What's up, guys? It's TARS podcast.
I love how you look at me like from those 5 words you said, you looked at me to put like, yeah, I'm doing this really good. You're like,
Welcome to TARS.
you got the name wrong. I mean, the name right.
Okay. Welcome to TARS, Season 2, Episode 4, or what he likes to call it, Episode 104, with Ina and my co-host brother, Dinko.
Dinko in the house.
Dinko in the house.
It is episode 104. Sorry about last week's episode. It was released late, and by late, it was released on Monday. So I'm going to get out tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. And yeah. What does that say?
Just wide. My people's skills are fine. It's my tolerance to idiots that need work.
That's good. There's some good news that you should fucking like.
Me?
Yes, you.
Why?
Have you? Well, okay, not like good news that you should like for one of them because it's not something that you would do either way. But like if you were me, you would be playing that all fucking day. But some good Harry Potter news recently going out.
What?
So Harry Potter. Remember we watched the trailer for that game that was coming out months.
Oh yeah,
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
It's out,
okay.
and it looks really fucking cool. If you're a Hogwarts person,
what console?
I think it's on. I don't know actually.
Like not the Wii or anything like that.
Not the old consoles, no.
I don't care because I don't have any of the new ones. So.
Yeah. Let me see though. Like Hogwarts, it looks really for someone that's a fucking Harry Potter's fan. The invisible walls and shit like that. It actually, can we watch some gameplay?
Fuck yeah, go.
It actually looks really really cool. But it is for. It looks like it's for. Yeah, so it is for the new consoles and PC.
Okay.
Looks really fucking cool if you're like fuck, what am I clicking? A person that likes Harry Potter. But like you're just and it's open world, so like there's all
you can go anywhere.
It's you can go anywhere.
That's cool on the map.
Let me switch this around so we're over here. Okay. So sorry, I don't have the second PC anymore, so everything's kind of everywhere. So we're gonna have it like muted, but like it's an open world, and I don't know if it's like if it's online where like other people you can play with like together and all that stuff. I'm not sure on that part, but like yeah, there's like
dude, that looks so good.
You're in this like whole world of like, and there's always like magical shit,
interactive shit you can do.
Yeah, you know, like on the show or like the movie, like from what I remember, there's like the sink that like in the like that kind of stuff where like pictures like change. Like, see how like,
move and stuff.
It's for someone that's into Harry Potter. This I can't imagine how fun this game would be.
Dude, would be so much fun to play. I don't have a PS5 though.
I want to like see some like obviously if you're like watching more.
Dude, it's so good. Look at that.
And it looks really good. Like it's a cool game, and I haven't seen anything like complaints about it. But obviously there's like a story to it and all that. It's just an open world Harry Potter, like which to my imagination. For like a Harry Potter game would be perfect for fucking like open world. But
dude,
yeah,
look how much fun that looks.
Yeah, it looks like I wish I could like find like more into it. Shut up. But yeah, there's just like I feel like from what like the little snippets I've seen, there's just like a lot of like secrets and like riddles and things like that, like something that like is some for sure Harry Potter. But so that's one thing for Harry Potter that's good. So like that's the one I was saying.
When did it come out? Just like recently?
Pretty recently, like probably like 2-3 weeks ago or something.
Okay.
Like that. But they're trying to make a new Harry Potter with the original people. Daniel Radcliffe.
No.
They're trying to have it's the Cursed Child.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to make that a movie.
That book's really good. It's like Harry Potter's kid.
Okay, so yeah.
So it's like him and Ron Weasley's sister get married, and Ron Weasley and Hermione get married, and they all have kids, and then their kids, and Draco has kids, and they all go to school together. So it's like
they're trying to make that a movie, and like they're trying to get the 3 original, like not the 3, like all the original actors to be in it.
Dude, that'd be cool.
There's been a lot of talks about that, but there's been this is how dumb the world is too. There was so much fucking, and it's so disrespectful to the people that like make this game and all that shit. Like all the developers, like developers go through a ton of fucking hard work
to
get these games out because these publishers push the fuck out of them. Like, yeah, we need to get done by this deadline. And that's why a lot of games these days are like not done. Like they always have to release updates because they're like not fucking done when they release them, which is really annoying for people that like buy the game. But so like you're doing all this stuff for people that love, whatever. And people were boycotting the fuck out of this game for you not to play it because of like the whole what's her name?
J.K. Rowling's bullshit.
J.K. Rowling's bullshit and all that stuff. I was like, you guys are fucking dumb. Like, she has, like, you know what I mean? It's just
people
ridiculous.
Are fucking retarded, for real, dude.
It's amazing. So, there's always nothing can ever be good.
Never.
No,
never. Like, someone could come up and be like, we're going to give every person in the world, like everyone, tribal people, everything, like a significant amount of money, right?
Yeah.
And you're still gonna have people that are like, well, one, it's not enough. I should get more.
Yeah.
Or then, or you have the good heart. I don't need this. I'm just gonna, like, bitch. Yeah. Okay, then give it to me. And then it's be like, you know how many trees we wasted?
Yeah.
To, like, it's like, okay, perfect example was this cartoon. It's like this meme thing, or like just like a picture comic. And it has like, and it's fucking true. So it has it has like a man, a woman, and a donkey or a horse, either donkey or horse. Doesn't matter. And so, like, one of the pictures is both of them are riding the horse. Like, both of them are on the horse with all their supplies. And then there's, like, it shows a little bit of people, like, just drawing. It's like, oh, my God, look at that poor horse. You know what I mean? Having to carry those two people and that person. Okay. Yeah. And so then the next picture, it's, like, just, like, the woman on the horse. Be like, oh, look, well, like, what, she can't do, you know what I mean? Like sexist bullshit, right? Equal, whatever. Then it's like, okay, so then the guy just gets on the horse, and then they're like, how can he just walk and, like, how can he be on there and be comfortable and let her walk? And then the final picture is like, they're both just walking and the horse is walking, and they're like, what a bunch of dumbasses. Why don't they just use a horse to, you know what I mean? So it's true. Like, it's like perfect, though. It's like, no matter what you do, there's always going to be, like, somebody that's like, that's not right, or, always. Whatever it is. So it's like, screw all of them, But it was like the perfect, like, picture.
That's a very good.
Because it's like, dude, it's like, no matter what you do, it's like you're gonna look like you're doing it wrong in someone's eyes, Yeah. Just like I know we talked about the Super Bowl and all that shit last time, right? But it's still being talked about, know. Yeah. And so it's just like that, like, all these people. It's like, dude, all you did was hype it up even more. Yeah. Because, like, I saw this thing where it's like, more people tuned in to watch the halftime show than they did to watch the actual thing. But I mean, it was like by like 20 million. It was like it was like that.
It's like that a lot because a lot.
But
of
it's just like people are still like complain. Someone like still brought up like the one last year where it was like they had Mary J. Blige, they had 50 Cent, they have all this stuff. Okay, so they have all the guests, everything. What do people talk about? They talk shit about 50 Cent because he was upside down doing that thing, attempting to do something that he did, like bring it back, like, and people were still like, what is that 50-year-old something doing, like you should blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's like, dude.
I saw that. So Rihanna actually, remember, because I personally thought the performance was pretty good. Right. Like, I didn't watch it. Like, honestly, I didn't watch it. And when
me and you watched it.
No, I know we watched it, but remember how I was kind of talking shit about it. Right. I didn't honestly see it. And then when Mom pulled it up, because it just happened, like literally, I got home and it just happened. She was pulling it up, and it was like 5 minutes or something, but it was like the highlights or something. So I thought that was the whole thing. So it was like a 5-minute halftime. So that's what kind of threw me off. But I was reading that when she did Turn Off the Lights, like the Kanye West song, she was actually doing that on purpose.
Why?
She's like still friends with him, like very good friends with him. So it was like more of like a lineage thing to like be like, hey, like I still respect you. I was like, that's fucking interesting.
Right.
Cool. That's good. Cool. But yeah, you'll never please fucking everyone.
What's funny is, okay, this was kind of funny, is like when people are like all like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant. My dumbass didn't know that she just had a baby last year. Yeah. And so I was like, dude, that bitch's been pregnant for like 2 fucking years.
Well, you said that last week. Because I was like, she's like pregnant. She's like, hasn't she been pregnant for like a long time?
But then it's like, okay, cool. She just like had a baby last year, and now she has like congratulations.
Like I hate when people freak out. It's like,
right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so hard to fucking deal with that baby when she has a net worth of $800
right, like
dollars.
It would be different, and it still wouldn't, like, who gives a shit? They're celebrities, so it doesn't matter, right? The only way it would be like, oh my God, it'd be crazy. It's like, dude, if you know this person's been like trying to have kids for a long fucking time, or like some shit on there, you know, it's like, oh fuck, man, finally, like something that you see that it's like, okay, like when Beyonce, she did her first time that she did her pregnancy announcement was like some like award show. She had a performance. She had like this button up thing. And at the very end of the song, she like unbuttons it and then like rubs her belly. It was like her way of showing it. Because I guess, and like people went like crazy like in the audience, right? Yeah. But I think it's like, because like before that, she had like 3 miscarriages and like so people like, I didn't know what the big deal was. So when I researched, like when I Googled it, that like made more sense. But I'm like, dude, you just had one last year. Yeah, so it's not like, it's like, I would understand if it was like the first one. I guess
one of those people that are never pleased.
I guess they're never pleased.
Like, good for
Bitch, you should have had 5 by now.
But it's like good for her, but it's like, why do you care? Like, put your own priorities in fucking check. Because I'm sure your kids, you're not fucking feeding them enough. Like, let's be real. If you're caring so much about, like, Rihanna having a child, I'm pretty sure you're not the best parent. I'm sure straight up.
They're like, dude, that woman has enough money that her kids' and 10 generations next are good.
Like you should focus on your kids and your life to fix theirs, because I'm sure theirs is shit.
True that.
So, like, we haven't talked about the whole like turkey shit going on.
Oh yeah, we haven't really been,
it's like, you know, I don't know, like, there's like nothing to really, like, not that there's nothing to talk about, it's just like, it's a tragedy. But I guess the only fucked up thing is, like, the earthquake wouldn't have killed so many people if, like, the fucking buildings were up to code.
Right, that's what Mom was saying.
Yeah, that's just
because there were some of them that was like, she was just saying it to me, like, some of the buildings that like not even a plate fell down, like, you know, and like all these ones, and it just, I didn't know it was like
engineers and shit.
Good.
They've arrested like 170, I think, to this point.
Well, because it's a lot of times it's like, especially in areas or countries or whatever places that are more like poverty, or you know what, I don't know what corruption. It is, but it is. It's like corruption. Oh, I'm just gonna half-ass it and make money, because it's like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's sad that it was like the middle of the night too. I didn't know that's the thing, because like, yeah, most people are sleeping.
Yeah.
I just like,
it's fucked. It's crazy. It's like
just
48,000 or something.
Yeah, and then there was another earthquake. Mom said.
Yeah, there was like a 6 point something. But like the thing is, that's like, that was the worst thing. It's like, okay, like, because you see, like, there's always fucking earthquakes in like California and shit like that, like big ones too. But it's like, yeah, a couple of people will always like die from an earthquake,
right? But not
it shouldn't
like this.
Be fucking 48,000 people.
It's some of those places though. Like, I've even seen them, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if this is like photoshopped or if this is like a legit, like, this is actually like real. Because I saw one, and I think it was like a building in Russia, and it was like this huge ass, just like a building that's like all apartments, and it can house like 20,000 people. I mean, are those things like for real true?
I don't know. That seems way too big.
It just seems way too big too. But, or like, I don't know, these ones that just fell from the earthquake. It's like any of those buildings like that where it's like a ton of people. How many people? Like, how many people were there?
No, there's towers that are like, okay, for example, there's a UN building, right? United Nations building. Fucking huge building. Insanely big. Like, it's a building. And it's the only one standing around all the other fucking buildings. Because all it is like, I don't know if, I never did them either, but like, I always see videos of people doing them. But like, if you're going for any kind of like, maybe if you're like in a certain math class that deals with like engineering and stuff like that, they'll do like build bridges out of like popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
And you know how like then they test like, okay, like, can it hold this 1 pound weight?
Right.
Some can, some can't, and all that stuff. That's literally what it is. It's just the way like the building is structured, right? Obviously, I don't know the fucking science behind it, but I was watching an interview of a guy who, so his ex, I think it was his ex-wife, because it didn't sound like they were like together, but his ex-wife and his kid were in a building, and his ex-wife and her kid were in some building. He lives on his own, and this guy's like a big architect in that city. He has like fucking 40-something, 50-something buildings. Mm-hmm. None of them fell, right? And like, so they were interviewing him, like, and his ex-wife died during it, and there was like 120-something people in the building, and 5 people survived, including his daughter.
Oh shit!
Like, young daughter, 4, 5, 6 years old or something like that. Maybe she was older, but then they found the 5th while they were like literally doing the interview, and but he was saying like he went in some building that was like standing. He's like literally, it's like you could see this wall right here. The way it's like, the way it's just set up, and the way it's whatever the fuck it works. that's made to just resist earthquakes. Like it's made to resist shit like mishaps like this, right?
Yeah.
And, like he had a ton of buildings in that city, none of them fell. Because he was like one of the fucking good ones that like built buildings the way up to code.
And it just like some of these are just half-assing it, like these ones. It's like, dude, cool. You like, I'm glad they're arrested, all these things, but it's like that.
Like it's too late now.
Like one of the person's mom said, one of the people, they lost 70 fucking family members.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, or that one boy that's that she was talking about that was like that they found him after 200 hours, and him like being in the little area where he sees his 2.5-year-old and 5-year-old brother dead, and like liquid oozing out of their there. You know what I mean? It's like all the fucking shit that is going to be scarred into his like retina and his mind. Like that shit, like none of that will take that away. No. And it's like, who's to say? It's like, okay, cool, you arrest them. It's like, where are all these people gonna, how are you going to fix this problem? All these people now, they're displaced. They have like nobody now, no family. You know what I mean?
With like, because I guess they're coming up on an election or some shit for like presidency, whatever the fuck they do over there. But the like, which I'm fucking hoping is true. But he's like anyone that got displaced, like within a year, we want to have buildings up and shit like that, which is a huge fucking task. Right. But we'll see what happens. That could be something, but like that could be definitely like a vote grabber. You know what I mean? So no, it's definitely fucked. Like there's definitely like people fucking. It's a lot of people. Yeah. And, it was just all like building. Like obviously, if all the buildings were like up to code and shit like that, like a few people would have died, which is still fucking terrible. But
but this is like
this is like you just see it. It's like it looks like a fucking war zone. It's just rubble everywhere. Like it's just buildings have fucking collapsed because they just weren't. And that's what fucked them up. Like the earthquake, like yes, whatever. But like the earthquake has nothing to do with the deaths.
Right.
It's literally the buildings. Like that's literally all it is. Because like you have earthquakes in California and all that shit, but they're built to fucking code and standards to be. Not falling the fuck over. Like you would be seeing buildings falling all over California. How many earthquakes?
It's just sad because it's like, and it's sad wherever it happens, but especially sad when it happens in a country that's like, dude, they're already fucking struggling. Yeah. Like they're like have been in a war zone. Certain of those, certain areas. It's like, dude, they're already fucking barely getting through, and then you add this to it. It's like, I don't know, man.
It's fucked. It's pretty rough. Like the numbers keep going up and all that stuff, but I don't know. It's weird. Like there was obviously the Ohio thing going on, and I guess there was a factory that just fucking blew up in Ohio too.
In Ohio?
So our cousin just told me about that. What the hell's
going on in Ohio, man?
Ohio factory. I want to see if that's true. Multiple people injured in explosion at Ohio manufacturing plant.
Is it the same area where it's like
I don't know, but
Oakwood, Ohio.
Oakwood, Ohio.
There are multiple burn victims from inside the plant taken to the hospital.
Let's go on maps.
It's a metal factory.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a separate area. But there was a trail derailment in Oregon, spilled 2,000 gallons of diesel in the river. Like last week.
Okay, how do derailments work? I mean, how did they happen? Like in Ohio, was it just because the tracks were just like on?
I don't know. Like if it's the tracks, it can be like the only experience that I have with trail derailments is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and if you go too fast during a corner, you will derail. I remember that specifically.
But no, for real, why is it
know.
like?
I really don't
what's
know.
Crazy is again conspiracy theory. I don't know what the conspiracy theory is, but it's like it. Why the fuck is everything just happening? Like, is the world just burning?
No.
It's like, damn, bam, 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 bam. Like, COVID couldn't take us out, so let's just, like, have everything else take us out.
Well, I don't know, because, like, obviously, like, you don't hear of these things. Like, the thing is, these things always happen.
Maybe you just don't hear about it.
You just don't hear about it. Like,
but you know what it is? If you don't listen to the news, like, honest to God, I don't know, because it comes up on my phone,
I wouldn't even say that, because it'll come up on your phone. But there's so many things that fucking constantly... You know how much video, like, and that you just see, but, like, you know how many videos that I watch that happen in Chicago of gang shootouts? And these don't, like, you would watch this video, you're like, oh, yeah, that's, like, in fucking Afghanistan, or, like, oh, that shit's going on in, like, Ukraine. So, no, this is in Chicago. And you don't hear of any of this shit. And nothing ever happens of any of it, because fucking Lightfoot's a fucking retard that literally deserved to be in. She deserved to be in those fucking buildings in Turkey. That's how bad of a fucking mayor she is. But
from the one in Chicago or what?
Yeah, she's the Chicago mayor or some shit. She looks like fucking Beetlejuice too. Everyone calls her Beetlejuice. Let me just Laura Lightfoot, I think is her name. Lightfoot. Just the way she looks. Like, this is the mayor. And she's such a shit fucking mayor.
She's a mayor?
Yeah. She does, like...
What happened to her?
Fucking who knows. There's, like, because they pop up on my shit all the time. Like, these insane fucking gang shootouts. And, like, these just get, like, these...
But what could you possibly do, though? As, like, honest to God.
Let people have guns in your fucking city?
Right.
You literally cannot have a gun in that city. That's the fucking city where it's, like, the hardest to own a weapon. That's one thing. I don't know if you saw that fucking post that I posted on Facebook. I'm sure it got, like... I saw that it got, like, literally no views, which is interesting because it was a police shootout.
It never even came up.
No,
I don't know though.
I'm pretty sure, I'm sure it was like shadow banned. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause, like, there was no
views
or anything on it. But let me just show you this video. I'm not gonna put it on here. It's nothing it's not like graphic or anything. Like, everything's just kind of hidden and all that stuff. But these are the things that you just don't see. Like, there's so much fucking things that constantly happen. But obviously, there's so much things that happen. You can't fucking keep up on all that shit, right? But look at this shit. So these are okay. These are things that, like, you just don't see. Mm-hmm. So this guy, and I'll tell you what his fucking mom said after, and I'll tell you why this shit's, like, literally why this shit's happening. So this guy just runs a red light. That's it.
Like the person.
This person in the car. Like, I won't show the whole thing because it's like the main thing. Fucking, I'll show it on here. I'll put it up on here. He runs a red light, so it's like, okay, let's give him, just pull him over, just a standard stop. But it comes into a high speed thing, right? Boom, hits this fucking person. Now watch this shit. This is muted. I'm not gonna have any audio on this. So they, pull him over. They're like, get your fucking hands up. Like,
why? Oh, because it was a high speed chase.
High speed chase. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They go up to him. So this is a female officer. This is a male officer. They see him here. He's like, because he has his hands down.
The person in the car.
The person in the car. They're like, put your fucking hands up so I can see them. Right. All this shit, repeating. Just keeps yelling it. This person, I don't know who this person is. I don't know if this is the person that just got hit or a random bystander, but he starts saying some shit. Like, I think he says, like, oh, like, they just hit my car. I don't know exactly what he says. It might be the person who got hit, but she's like, back up. Like, obviously we have it under control, right? Whatever. And he's saying, like, put your hands, like, he was not showing his hands, right? He puts his hands up, starts fucking blasting at him, right? Starts shooting at him. He had the gun already out. But, like, now you put yourself in the shoes of these police officers.
Oh, right.
You have, because of all the fucking scrutiny that they're going through, you have so much fear of losing your job and being faced as, let's be real, he's white. You'll see the guy is black in the car. So your immediate fear is, like...
I don't want to be. I'd rather, like, it's like I worry more about, like, offending than like getting shot, because I don't know. Yeah. Like, I have to just ask it a million times.
This is gonna be a very weird segue, but I just got an FPV drone, right? Mm. These are like those race drones that are fucking awesome to fly, right? I do simulation on that stuff all the time, and I'm pretty good at it, right? I know, like, everything. I go out and do it with the real thing, and it's like a completely different world. And it's a weird segue, but because there's so much more, like, realities now. Like, you hear the thing buzzing, and when it gets louder, you're like, fuck, I'm going to hit myself. Or you see this house, you're like, oh, I really don't want to hit the house. So then you just start focusing on the fucking house, right?
Right.
Like, I was flying out there, and it's like, I see the houses on my, like, lens and stuff like that. And all that's in my mind is like, don't hit me, don't hit the houses. So now, instead of focusing, okay, let's actually fly this thing, all you're doing is focusing on that. The same thing with, like, when you're training to ride a motorcycle. Mm-hmm. They say, if you're in the middle of a turn and you think you can't do it, like, do not look at the thing that you're going to hit, because you will 100% hit that. And it's called, like, target awareness or whatever. But, like, just lean into it. It's better to low slide rather than going straight into that barrier that you're staring at. And it's true. Like, you will go to where your eyes lead, right? Mm-hmm. And if you just fucking... I gotta get there, your body will just react to it in a different way. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing with this, is like, now instead of you caring about your life so much and paying attention to the job and keeping these people around you safe too, because like you got to keep this guy safe, you got to keep the people in that fucking house safe. Like I'm sure people are sleeping, I don't know exactly what time it is, but you have, so instead of now you seeing, hey, this guy produced a weapon in his fucking hand, and instead of me firing at him, this shit happens, right? So like, yeah, he's put your hands up, produce a weapon, take shots. She like does like she horrible officer. She does not react the way she should be. She should be fucking firing hella rounds into that vehicle right now, but she doesn't even take a shot. Who knows why she froze up? I don't know. Like obviously you don't know what you would do in that situation too. But that's like the last thing you want to do. He's now out in the open. This guy has direct line of fire. She should be fucking shooting him wherever she can see him now, right? That's what should be fucking happening. She doesn't do anything. Like, so she still has the fear to not shoot at a person that just shot at a fucking guy 5 times.
All right, because of the country that we fucking live in, because of the policy that we live in. She's probably like, fuck, I got kids at home. I got this. I just, like, fuck. Or I don't know. You know, I'm not going to speak for her.
The guy runs out. He... like, and then this guy starts blasting a couple of times, and then he runs out. He shoots him a couple of times. I think he gets. I don't know if he gets shot. He runs into the
house.
He runs off. He's shot. The guy is shot like multiple times. They find him later. He's dead. They try to get him up.
Good. I wouldn't even try to get him up.
Yeah.
Just like let him.
He's dead.
Out.
The guy who got shot. I don't know which one, but one of them got shot 4 times. He survived. But things like this, like you don't see this. You will never seen this on the news. No,
but if the officer shot him first, you would have seen that all over the news.
100%, and that's like the thing of like, about like now news in general, right? Mm-hmm. There's so much shit that happens in society in general, all over the world. Mm-hmm. So much shit that happens. It's like you have fucking a % of knowledge of what's happening in the world. You know what I mean? So like you know like the whole. Like the 2,000 gallons thing. I was like, huh? And I was like, is this even true? Someone just like posted randomly on Facebook, and because they always like post like conspiracy theory stuff too, and I'm like, that's probably bullshit. Like trying to fucking heighten the fucking thing. And I searched, I'm like, okay, like, they're actually right. And, like, I don't know. I like to do my like due diligence of researching shit because I don't want to be that person where like me last week about the fucking halftime show. I don't want to be that person where it's like, oh, like this, but then you're like, you're just falsifying, because that's the problem that we live in this world right now is just false information. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest problem that we have in this fucking world. Is because there's so much misinformation and all this stuff. That's like the worst thing that we're living in. That's our biggest. That's our biggest crisis is misinformation. Like there's just. I don't know. There's just not much like reality left.
Well, people just and then they'll just share everything, and obviously I fall for things, so I'm dumb enough for it, and I'll believe like half the fucking shit.
Yeah, and because it's all headlines, you know, like people like it's all quick.
But sometimes it's like it's so like it just sounds so believable.
Oh, of course.
You know, where it looks so believable.
Yeah.
That it's like it's hard. I don't know.
That's why I just start researching it. Yeah. Like even the thing that like Bacon said about the factory exploding. Like I said it and I was like, hold on for a second. I should check if this is real. Because I can just now be saying, oh yeah, there's a fucking factory blowing up and it's spewing fucking semen all over the place. Like all this shit. But it's like,
like, just Rihanna's performance.
It's like, you've seen the Tim and Eric's bedtime stories, right? Remember the priest one? Like the priest gets his balls to have kids.
Oh,
remember
yes,
yeah. It's the guy from the 70s show, like the priest. Remember that one? Like how he, like the semen in the fucking tank. Just reminded me of that. But because it exploded and it went all over the town. Right. I fucking love it. I love Tim.
Fucking Tim and Eric.
But yeah, like, and the thing is, like, so like when I go through my shorts and stuff like that, like. I don't see this much like this often, but like you'll see like those gang fucking shootouts, and it's like in fucking insane. There was one a couple years ago in Chicago, and 2 people died, the gang members. So it was a rival gang on gang crime, right? And this is the problem with some of these fucking major cities that just are like low-key just allowing things to happen. 70 shots were fired. 70. That's a fucking lot. Like semi-automatic, automatic rifle. 70 shots were fired. 2 people died. No one was charged. They didn't even want to charge anyone. It was what they recommend. What they said was it was like
Oh, like it took care of itself because they shot each other.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like in a way kind of, but it was like it had nothing to do with the regular citizen. It was like rival on rival combat. So you're just Chicago is just a war town now, and just because it's like.
But and I'm guessing they're doing it like there's like houses around.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it's in the fucking middle of the neighborhood. I wonder if I can pull it up.
Dude, and there's like there's kids that live in this neighborhood.
Oh yeah. It's fucking.
How do kids grow up like this?
Look at this shit. And broad daylight too. Like this was just. Like, you watch it, this just happened in Ukraine during, like, a war zone thing, right? No, this is just fucking just wild. Oh, no, this is a Philadelphia. This is another one. But can I find... I see so many fucking just shootouts now on my shit. Because I, like, how, like, one thing pops up and it just keeps fucking going.
It's scary to, like, live in areas like that. And I really hope that this area doesn't become like that.
Where the like, let's be real, the biggest fucking difference is this is more of a red state.
Right.
People a lot like Chicago is so hard to fucking get a weapon. California is so hard to get a fucking weapon. And you think these people fucking give a shit? Oh, let me go to Cabela's and buy myself a fucking weapon. Like they're not fucking standing by the fucking law to go get a weapon.
Right.
And like now that's obviously there's a problem with that is like, okay, now with like background checks for the people but it's like, what can you do? Like you check their background, you can't check their foreground.
Right.
You can't check the future. Right. Oh, is this guy going to shoot up a fucking school?
Yeah.
Like you don't know that. Like the guy seems perfectly fine.
Right.
Right. So like when you're talking about like stricter gun laws, it's like, you're not really restricting these kinds of people.
Ooh, was that it? It says after mutual combat drama, Fox and Lightfoot announced charges in West Side.
They're not going to show the shootout, I don't think, but charges filed initially rejected for mutual combat. So they were going to, like, prosecutors wanted to charge, but like, let's fucking figure out what's, like the people that they did find and stuff like that. They're like, no, mutual combat. So it's like, okay, that's cool. And like, and that's like a legal thing in like Portland and things like that.
Maybe if they actually like just got rid of people instead of letting them just go to prison, it'd be different. But whatever. like that's never gonna happen.
This might come out very offensive, and we might get like this video might be taken down if it gets more views for what I'm about to say. Okay, it's unoffensive at all. It's actually like the most least offensive thing, but in my mind, I'm pretty sure it can come across offensive to some people. But I was saying there was something that happened. Like we saw a video of, what was it? It was like it was like a racially, it was like a racially motivated crime of some sort that like our cousin sent to me, and I was saying, this is the perfect way to fucking sort racially committed crimes, right? Okay. How did I all write it? It was so fucking brilliant, but I'm gonna like give you the breakdown. If you're white or any race and you go and you do a racially motivated thing to a black guy, your whatever,
like punishment.
Your punishment, they should char all your skin so you become black. Mm-hmm. And now you have to live like as a black person technically. Right. Like you're charred. And I had really good ones. There was more detail in it. I don't know why I completely just spaced them all out. And then like if you're Asian, they give you literally surgery to give you fucking.
You have to live with the thing that you hate.
You have to live with the thing that you hate. You have to, right?
You have to become the thing that you hate.
Like if you do it like a Islamic thing, you have to do Ramadan for the rest of your life. And someone's watching you. If you fucking take a fucking sip of something during sunrise to sundown, they shoot you in the head.
Right.
There was God, what was the one that I wrote? It was so good. Damn it! I wonder if it's saved. It was so fucking brilliant.
Was it like text message or what?
It was always on Snap. Yeah. Let me see if it's because sometimes they. Oh, I think it does save when it's a group chat. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think it's here. No, it just saves the things that are saved. Fuck. Yeah, it's not saved. Fuck. But I don't know what crime it was, but like things like that where like, you do something.
An eye for an eye, man. Eye for an eye.
There was a really good one. I don't know why. I don't even know what race it was towards.
If you do some fucked up shit because you hate women, you cut off your fucking dick and you become a woman, and then you get put into a man prison, you just get raped for the rest of your life.
See, that's one.
That's a great one.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
That's a fantastic
Beautiful.
one.
I love it. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Like I see this shit so much times now. Like it's just.
And if you do a crime against a rich man, well, then you just get to enjoy your time on Epstein's Island and be one of the 1%.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I just see but like you, and like the things you just don't see of, and like I don't know. It's just I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what crime it was.
There's just certain things people just don't care to report.
No.
Like they don't report suicides off the bridge in Twin.
No.
Because of the one time that someone did, and then that person, like their next of kin, found out that the person died through KMVT instead of like through whatever else.
I don't know. Society is a very fucking interesting thing of how like everything is going and like what's okay and what's not okay and all this stuff. It's like, man.
Listen, okay, I have a conspiracy theory.
Go for it.
Okay,
I love conspiracy.
But it's a old one. Okay. It's not for anything new.
Okay,
Because just hear me out. Hear me out. It might seem far-fetched, but Lauren was telling me, she's like, she watched something where they test out doing like hologram type of things, but on like a bigger scale. Because you know like how they have those like billboards that looks like something's like coming out.
Yeah, okay,
you know what I'm talking about? And it fucking looks real, right?
Yeah.
And there was like some video where it was like, what if when the trade centers went, the planes that everyone saw were actually holograms?
Spider-Man.
Because they, she said wherever like that one plane hit in the building, there was like not even any parts of a plane found.
Yeah.
So she's like, it could have been totally a fucking like the plane could have been, and I was like, well, what about all the fucking people like on the plane or whatever, like the calls?
Yeah.
It's like, well, fucking actors, something, I don't know. It's like, or the planes could have been like, they take off and they do get hijacked, but like way the fuck somewhere else. Like let's just drown it off into a goddamn ocean because the whole world's gonna be focused on this thing that's like no one's. You know what I mean? They're gonna just think it's like faking the death of this one plane. We're gonna sacrifice these people anyways, but we're gonna do it this way, and it looks like it's hitting right because it's just like that wouldn't be hard to fake. I mean, it just looks like, you know what I mean? It's like
It could be, but it's. That's pretty much like Spider-Man Homecoming. Or no, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Why?
No, Spider-Man Homecoming. Because Mysterio's character, let me do like Mysterio hologram scene. So this guy is like all hollow. So it's Jake Gyllenhaal's character. And I'm not going to play it on here just because this is like full-blown copyrighted. But like he's this superhero from another fucking world, right? And everything like it's really good how they did it because you did not like because he's a real character in the comics and shit like that. But you think it's everything is real. But he's trying to get this technology from like old Iron Man shit, and pretty much everything that he creates. I'm trying to see like a good one, but everything around him is a hologram that looks like none of this is real, right?
Oh.
Not like they're all like drones and like you can do hologram technology, but it all looks very real. Like he's actually doing that. He's actually flying it, but that's what he's wearing. But he has like that suit of armor thing, right? That's him, but that's how he makes it look like, right?
Oh yeah.
So it like that concept. It's pretty cool. Like how like in the movie you're like whoa, I was not expecting that. It was really good how they did it. But that's pretty much like what you were talking about.
But I mean, like that. I never thought of that because but then it's like, dude. That would make sense.
Yeah, like the one weird one is like the Pentagon. Like it's the fucking Pentagon. And there's like one camera angle of like a weirdly suspicious thing going into the Pentagon. It doesn't even really look like a plane.
That's what I'm saying. It's like what if it was just that?
It's like I'm pretty sure there's definitely like wild shit of 9/11. Like that's something that I don't know if the truth will ever come out. But I definitely don't believe 9/11 was what they say it was.
Well, yeah, but I never thought of the concept of doing like a hologram thing like that.
Yeah, being 01, obviously, like we, what I talked about last week is like we think we have what we have, but like, do we really have the technology that we have?
No shit.
You know what I
mean?
No
shit.
Well, no, like the whole like the balloon thing.
Oh,
it's like,
you're saying
we're
like,
saying like we have all the
saying,
fucking
right.
technology, but it's like we can't track a balloon.
Right.
I'm sure we tracked it. It was just we did track it. It was just not known. And then it was lowered enough for people to actually see with their visible eye.
Right.
And then
who knows? It could have been like a whole, like you were saying, like they all are in it together, and then like, oh shit, the public wasn't supposed to see that, and now we have to like fucking.
Well, the other two, I think, came out to be weather balloons or some shit.
Right.
Like hobby balloons.
Yeah.
Because you can buy those and like fly.
We should just do it anyways. Just see, it's fucking flip people out here in Meridian. Have a hobby balloon. Just go for
when I went to go fly this, like mom and dad were like make sure it doesn't get shot down.
You should get like a black garbage bag tied to it, so when it fills up with air, it looks like a balloon.
Just fucking follows
People are all fucking shooting it down and stuff.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's like, it's scary. Like the whole, how everything is heading is just weird. Like with AI and all that stuff, there's like the whole ChatGPT stuff.
What is
I don't know
that?
if you've heard of that, but like this, let's talk about ChatGPT. I'm hoping I can get an available spot. I do have an account with it. Let's see if I can get in.
What? It's sometimes like you just can't get in because there's so many people, or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like how many people are allowed to be on it?
I have no idea. Just the servers get filled, which is fine, which is normal. I'm just hoping it lets me in. But so this is like AI technology and shit. I'm trying to see if, okay. This is AI technology, and I don't know what my password is for this. Oh, it is. Sweet. Okay, we're in. So ChatGPT is a very, like, it's pretty damn good, right? So let's do, you can do so much with this. Like, okay, like, write me a cover letter for a photography job. I don't know if it's going to be able to do this. So it does everything for you on an instant. You can put like,
no.
Yeah. You can put like, hey, can you write me a song that's like, can you write me a song that sounds like Drake and you're singing about flowers? And
Put
it's
it on
gonna,
there.
well, I just want to see what this is.
Holy shit.
So this is a scary thing that we're heading into, right? Is AI. This can write code. And we're very, very early in the process of this.
Yeah, this could like take over the whole fucking technology to where
this 100% will.
But like in a bad way. Holy shit! This is like the best fucking cover letter.
Yeah. So this like write me code for a like simple website or whatever, right? And obviously, if you know like HTML, I don't know exactly what it's gonna do, but it's gonna write me. Be complex, however, I can provide a sample code for a sample web page to give you an idea what it might look like. Here's an example, and it'll do full-blown HTML and CSS code, right? So this is code that you like if you search up F9 or whatever the fucking developer options, developer tools. So like this is the code for this website, right? So everything is written with code. Like if you go on like a more detailed website and you go into the code of it. That's like all the code for the website to make it run the way it runs, right? It's all HTML. It's all that shit. I don't really understand it all, but like this is what my friends do. Like my two really good friends, this is their career. This is gonna take jobs in this field in the future. Like give this 10 fucking years, this will be who knows where at, right? But it's very scary because
but like, what is the rest of the world gonna do? Like if these things, no, I'm not even joking. If like a lot of these things can be like. Just replaced with like you know if they can get an AI thing to replace 5 employees and they don't even have to fucking pay the AI thing, you know what I mean? It's like fuck it. Okay, cool. What are all these employees going to end up doing? And how are they going to able to like pay like how are they going to be able to live?
Yeah.
Because not everybody can do these like you know.
Like I've said before, if we had this issue, if we had a population issue and it was going down,
this would be
I
perfect,
would understand this stuff. I would get automation. I would get all that stuff. But it's scary to think of where, because let's be real, like we've always said it, everyone has their place, and there is a bunch of not literal but figurative retards that live on this planet that, and not in a bad way. I'm one of them. Like you're just like the working class. You're not bright enough to do bright things, right? So you always need something simple for these people to do, right? Drive Uber, do this, do that, right? And there's always people like that, right? But because our population's going up, then there's that effect of like, okay, now and like what you literally just said. So that's the scary thing about it. I don't know, but
have it write you a song.
So write me a rap song that sounds
in Bosnian.
I wonder if I can do languages.
Let's see.
Rap song in Bosnian
About Family.
I don't know if it can do foreign languages. That I'm not sure of. Okay, it can. So.
Oh yeah, what the? Are you
do,
fucking
like, full-blown
serious?
stuff. It'll do full-blown stuff. Dude,
it actually fucking rhymes and everything.
Yeah, it's legitimate. Like I'm actually probably gonna use this cover letter for. Like, I'm gonna make a cover letter for sales through this. Like, I'm not gonna fucking do that shit.
Okay. Have you? Oh my god, I'm like fucking blown away,
too?
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a video of this. Can I take a video of this?
Sure.
Because I'm gonna have you do something like I like do a song but in English because I don't have this chat thing to see like how cool it is.
Okay, let's do
like
song.
or hold on, wait. Okay, I'm gonna take a video. Okay.
And it's not like the best in the world.
No,
right?
I get it, but still though.
Rap song about flowers, but sounds like Drake. Yeah. Got me feeling so alive with the flowers all around. Rose petals on the ground, smelling sweet like honey. I don't need no money, just the flowers in my hands. Every time I hold them tight, I feel like I could fly. Got me feeling so high, I'm on cloud 9. Every color in sight, I can't choose just one, but from the daisies to the lilies, every single one is fun.
Flowers make me feel so good, like the way you do, girl, when you're in my hood with your rose-colored glasses on. I know we can make it through all the pain and the heartache when I'm with you.
But you can do that.
Dude, what else? Do another thing. Stop generating. Do like
But now let me get to. Oh, you're still.
I just wanted to see like one more thing, like something that's so like unique. You know what I mean? I mean, all of this is unique, but like something that's like.
Let me do like
something that someone that like with certifications would only be able to know. You know what I mean? Like how to perform heart surgery or like, you know what I mean? Like
what are the steps to let's do what are the steps to clean your what are the steps to change your brake rotor?
Okay.
I don't know, like that's like a more slightly detailed job. And then just boom, like it's gonna go through like the steps of it. Obviously, you can like this is like using the internet and all this stuff.
But I mean, okay, but even just like the making the song or the cover letter.
Yeah.
That was fucking impressive.
And
go up to the cover letter. Like that's crazy.
And it's like very good. Like it's
like just like.
And so there's AI art. Right? So there's all this AI stuff, right? And I'm going to show you a video of AI stuff. So let's do Pingu. Let's do Pingu.
Wait, I'm going to record this because I know it's going to be...
I don't know how this is going to be. This is probably going to look goofy as fuck. But Pingu as a war... as a soldier. Let's see what it does. It's probably going to be very shitty because these are normally pretty fucking shit. But like that was quick. And it immediately came out with things that are like relative soldier and Pingu associated with it, right? But that was in a fucking instant. And none of this were photos before. Like this is all.
They just made the photo.
I think so. I would say.
Okay, do another. Do Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean
as a cover girl.
I
don't know. It's very like. Fucking creepy.
That's very creepy. Let's do Mr. Bean but black. I don't know what that's gonna do.
Oh my god, this is fucking.
No, I didn't do that one, but.
Ooh, this is deja vu, Dance.
Is it?
No, I'm not even joking.
Why?
What you just wrote, Mr. Bean but black, being on this website.
Really?
For real. I don't know what happens next, but.
I don't know what happens next. But there's like this is all. Like AI art, like all this stuff. Like this, no one drew this, no one made this. This is all just made from AI art.
Crazy.
All this stuff, right?
Yeah, it's totally going to like
probably will be blurred, but
it's to the point where, like, if someone was to like why go to somebody for any kind of tattoo idea? You know what I mean? Because before it used to be like you find an artist, they'll draw something up for you. Like you pay for, or people will be willing to pay for, that money, that time, that whatever. But it's like, dude, no one's gonna pay for anything for now.
Yeah. So this, PewDiePie is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Put on the headphones and watch this.
It's not even him, is it?
This is not him at all.
No.
This is not him at all.
Who is it? Just an AI?
Just an AI.
Stop. Who made it?
I don't know this person.
Okay, go ahead.
My dick.
Oh, you don't have to have it on. Sorry.
It's another beautiful day in Japan, and today I'm going to talk about the day I broke my dick. In the past, I talked about breaking my ass.
You can tell it's not exact.
Right,
but you know how PewDiePie sounds, right?
Yeah.
That's for his accent,
but
for his voice.
Was a lot more different and shameful, to say the least. I was in high school. And
this is just a guy talking to the camera that deep faked PewDiePie's face on him and made an AI generator to convert his voice to PewDiePie's. Like, anyone can do this. Like, you can do this if you have a computer, pretty much. And like,
high school is, you get a random booner every 10 minutes. And
but
when you're in that
like
age,
that's a scary thing. Like, there's
don't-
now like a big problem with like deep fake porn and all that stuff of people's faces, and it looks very realistic, but like,
Right.
obviously that's not them. So this is a very scary thing that we're getting into of this stuff, right? Like, you can, and again, we're very early stages of this. Give it another fucking 5 years,
Oh my God.
3 years. How well detailed and stuff this is going to be, right? So you could start blackmailing with this.
Oh, yeah.
You could start doing so much fucking shit, especially with
Talk
voices
about
and stuff like that.
scam alerts now gone even up higher. You got someone that looks and sounds just like your kid asking you, "Hey, I'm in a blah blah." It's like
Like if we weren't talking about the whole AI thing, and then like I was like, hey, like mom, dad, like look at this guy's video, like about him breaking his dick, like look how funny this is, and they would just think it's a fucking guy,
Right.
And it's like, oh, this guy's like the biggest YouTuber ever, but you can do that with like dark shit or like the fucking whole porn thing, right?
Right.
Be like, oh my god, like did you see that? Like Dennis was in a porn. And then you put my face in it, and it's like,
Right.
holy shit, like,
Right.
And yeah, it's still early on, like, I guess
Hi,
this is a new
AI
one.
PewDiePie here. Last video suddenly got 100,000 views, and it got me by surprise. Like, this was just my alt account. If you need some time off,
it's just part 2 enhanced voice quality.
this-
Now that you are here, I want to tell another story about the time ants ate my balls.
See, the thing is, he isn't talking like PewDiePie, so it's throwing it off because this guy's talking too quick, and it's like not that good. But there's like there's one of Elon Musk AI. There's one of like just a bunch of like rich people like in an AI thing. I'm trying to remember who it was, but there was like a couple people in, like, it was just funny because it was like him and like I think it was like Joe Rogan, like Jordan Peterson was one of them. And, like, they're all just having a conversation with each other, but they're not real, like, it's just fake people.
Right.
Oh, they were playing Minecraft. That's what it was. Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Minecraft. Yeah, this one.
I am a dwarf, and I'm digging a hole. Any of you guys get any diamonds yet?
I'm strip mining at the correct Y level. Nothing yet.
This sounds pretty fucking. Yo, Joker.
Mind them, Joker. What are your coordinates?
What do you mean, don't mind them? Do you have any idea what game we're playing?
It sounds just like them.
Yeah,
So
and this
you
is
really
just
wanna use-
like, there's those little
Right.
tidbits
Well,
of like
yeah,
it connecting
but
and
like
all that,
it's still
but
like
it's insane how like accurate it is. And the final thing I want to get to is like this whole chat GPT and AI and all that stuff it's very scary of how this could be so manipulated. Right. So like even with ChatGPT, there's moments of like, and it's very inconsistent. So like sometimes you'll put like write a joke about a woman, and it'll be like, oh, we don't do like gender-based things. Then you put like write a joke about a man, and it's like, oh, well, this man went. So it's like, okay, now it's like messing with genders. Same thing with like trans things and political stuff, right? So like now what side is it gonna lean on, right? So like now if you like the future AI, obviously there'll be like you go on this certain AI thing, it's like, oh, like what happened with like Jews during World War II? Oh, nothing happened. It's all a conspiracy. And
right.
It's like, so that could
it could change everything.
It can change a lot of things. And then another scary thing is like social credit scores, because we will be going down that path in the fucking future. But like, okay, this is the thing that writes your code, right? And now it's linked to your IP, whatever your name, whatever the fuck, how it's gonna be connected. But you're a good person, right? You've never done anything. You're whatever. It can be even politically biased, right? So like I own a gun and this and that and all this stuff. So like I'm more on this side of the spectrum rather than this side of the spectrum or whatever the fuck it is. Or maybe I have like I've done a bad thing in the past or something. So now we want to make our own business. And like, hey, can you write me like a cover letter or like a code for my photography business? We both do the same thing. It writes me a shitty one. It writes you a better one. Things like that, where it's like these little manipulative things where it's like, because of what side of the political spectrum, because of this and because of that, who's it really going to? And like Microsoft just bought ChatGPT, right? So it's like all these things, like the way it can all kind of like connect. And all, it's a beautiful fucking machine. Like that is an insane like feat of technology and things like that. Like it's so fucking cool and all that stuff, but it can be such a scary thing too. And with everything, right? Phones and cars, everything. Like every piece of technology and like, you know, Uncle Ben said it best,
but this is like ultra scary to me. So
it is very scary of like how well detailed and how
fast.
Quick,
you know what I mean?
You know, and it's and there's like the whole AI art thing and like doing this. It's like in the future, like you're not going to need like creative people. It's just like going to do it all for you, right? Like you could put this, like make a Nicki Minaj song, whatever. Get the deep fake of Nicki Minaj, get the deep voice fake of Nicki Minaj, put it all together. You know, again, 5 years where it's like perfected. Put it all together, and there's your Nicki Minaj song, your custom Nicki Minaj song. Yeah. And you don't have to like listen to her. Now that affects her because now you're not listening to her music. But
it's gonna affect artists and all these other kind of jobs that it's like. That's why a lot of people don't do like. You know, my mom asked me like, you know, like when people are like, why don't you? No, because first of all, people already don't want to pay for art. You know, like you know what I mean. Any kind of thing that you make that takes time. You know, because you know it takes time. But now that AI is going to take up all, you know, they're going to do it to where it's like doesn't take any fucking time. It's like, dude, that's not going to make me want to do any of it, you know?
Yeah. But it's wild. It's definitely I've been wanting to show you this for a while. everything like sometimes just gets stacked up and I just kind of delved in there. But ChatGPT is wild when it comes
like
to that.
when I'm gone, because since I have to leave here soon. But you should. You know, copy and paste this into. There's websites that check for plagiarism, because I used to when I had to do I had to do a like a research paper. Like for school, I would go onto do the whole thing to check, because I would have to like cite certain things. So I didn't want it to say like if I didn't cite it right, it would say like 98% plagiarized. I see but I would be intrigued because
this is AI. This is all technically original work.
Right, because I saw this thing where it's like side hustles, right? Like side hustles, and it was like where certain companies will pay you like per certain words. Like if you write 900-word review on this particular product, we'll pay you blah blah blah. Okay. Some people are saying go to this website because there's AIs that will write shit for you, right? That's like, oh, just say like write me 900 words for blah blah blah. Yeah. And now something that would have taken you, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes took you 1 minute. Yeah. You just earn $100. But what I'm wondering is, if there's so many people, let's say a lot of people are using this. Let's say a lot of people, like there's 10 photographers in this area of Meridian that want a cover letter for photography. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if someone were to log in under their own little thing and ask for a cover letter, how similar is it going to be for what you wrote? You know what I mean?
You can always add more to it. So,
I get that, like, but I just am wondering how you should look it up in the plagiarize. You know what I mean? Because I'm wondering, like, just with the one, like how many.
I would love to see that, right?
And I feel like it's awesome, Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure it is very like original, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. I'm actually intrigued to see that
because
there's this whole issue with like copyright and plagiarism, same shit. There's this whole issue of now like who owns AI art.
Right.
There was a thing recently that just happened, like I don't want to say like it's sold or so. I don't exactly know what happened, but like there's this issue of like, okay, like who do we. Like who, I don't know, like this whole like legal fucking fiasco of that. But it's crazy. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We're going to end the episode here because you have to get off. It's very hot in the room. Yeah. Very fucking hot. It's like 40 degrees outside though. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for joining. Well, you do the outro.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, follow, link, subscribe, share, sacrifice your first blood.
Look at them when you're saying this, not
sacrifice
me.
your first blood. I don't even know. Up there?
Yeah, you still don't know. It's been...
And
you're looking away. You're closing your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do that. It's like so weird for me to look into nothingness up there and make eye contact. I have to like.
That's where they are. Look,
I know that.
They're all sitting here.
I
See
know,
them?
but it's like it was hard for me to like talk like right there. I think if I had like a little picture of theirs, something to look at, like it would be easier.
But then it would block the camera.
Oh, then. All right. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next
time.
one. See you, retards.
Do you need help?
Did not.
Bye.
I need to go make food. I'm doing a carnivore diet this week.
Yeah?
Just meat.